So we just talked about some of the famous theories of human behavior, which are very popular, and the knowledge of which is very important to understand the human behavior. And for the managers and for the top management, it can be really useful to understand these theories and also understand that how people behave at workplace. So, a lot of studies and research have been done on understanding the different personalities of the humans because personalities indicate the acquired nature of human behavior, which varies from person to person. And this acquired behavior can be observed by the experts, and they can categorize different personalities of the people in order to deal with them. Although there are a lot of theories of personalities, the personality is the result of several things. But some of the most important work which has been done to understand personalities is experimental and observational categorization of personalities. And so, one of the important work done in this direction is the work done by Myers and Briggs in 1926. So, what is it called as Myers Briggs type indicators? So, which is very, very popular, and they have been really found very useful in the industry and business and the workplaces. So, according to these indicators, it is possible through questionnaires and questioning and observation, it is possible to derive a particular trait of a person, which means the personality of the person out of these 16 different types of personalities, which are shown here in this slide. So these personalities has been titled as compassionate, facilitator, imaginative, motivator, decisive, strategist, enterprising, explorer, supportive, contributor, enthusiastic, improviser, efficient, organizer, energetic, problem solver, insightful, visionary, thoughtful, idealist, conceptual planner, objective analyst, practical helper, versatile supporter, responsible realist, and logical pragmatists. So there are these 16 types of different personalities which have been found useful for the workplace and businesses, and what was given by so-called MBTI. These are called MBTI categories, 16 MBTI traits of the person. So here we are talking of the personality from the observational point of view and looking at the traits of the people. So through different questionnaires, it is possible to understand these traits of the people, and you can identify the personality types of your subordinates, your colleagues, and even your bosses. It is possible. So this is a very, very important work done in this area. And by understanding the traits of the people and the personalities, thereby it is possible to deal with them and to foresee and expect the kind of behavior you can encounter with these different personalities. So this knowledge is very, very useful in for the managers at the workplaces and the businesses. Now there is another perspective to look at the different personalities and the reasons of formation of personalities and behavior of the people. That is the psychoanalytic perspective. So, for example, in the last slide, what we discussed about the MBTI 16 personality types, which were traits perspective. So, here we are talking of the psychoanalytic perspective. It means something which comes from the brain, from the mind. And brain has both conscious as well as unconscious part. So here it is talking of more of the unconscious mind, which is formed of id, superego, and ego. So there are three different parts of the brain, most of which is unconscious, but some part of it is conscious. For example, ego is the ego's some part is conscious and some part is. So it means, what is the meaning of this? That the reason of differences in the personalities of the people are the results of the makeup of their mind, and the parts of this makeup are id, superego, and ego, which even the people do not understand and they are not aware of, that what is there inside their brain. And this formation of brain, as has been reported by these researchers like Sigmund Freud in 1856 to 1939 he lived, and he had really given lot of insights into the process of unconscious mind and the power of unconscious mind, which decides the personality of a person and thereby results into certain types of behaviors which people display. So as per him, it is observed that the major part of the personality of a person is formed in the formative year, starting from the birth up till the puberty. So first few years, up to almost about 7 to 8 years, are very, very crucial in the personality development of the people, because that is the time when this id, superego, and ego is formed in the conscious and unconscious part of the brain, and because of which certain types of personalities are created and certain kind of behaviors are displayed by these people. However, many researchers have refuted this knowledge, saying that the behavior and personalities keep on changing even at the later stages of life of a person. So it is not only the initial formative year, but it has been observed by many researchers that the process continues till much later in the age of a person. So according to Sigmund Freud, an individual's feelings, thoughts, and therefore behaviors are the result of interaction between three different dimensions of conscious and unconscious mind. And these three dimensions are id, superego, and ego. Now, another perspective of looking at the behavior of a person is from the point of view of the intelligence, level of intelligence in a person's mind, brain, and his ability to perceive things and his learning from the external environment. So this observation is based on the internal as well as external environment of a person. So internal environment refers to the intelligence of the person, and the perception and learning refers to the observation of the person towards its external environment, or the influence of external environment in the personality and behavioral development of a person. So it talks about the behaviors which are learned through conditioning and observation of the external environment. And based on the intelligence of the person, he interprets this learning and conditioning, which is acquired through observation of the external environment. So they build the behavior based on what they think about their situation, which ultimately affects their actual behavior. So depending on the intelligence of the person, when he sees his external environment, when he perceives the external environment, when he learns from the external environment, and what he relate his own situation with respect to his or her intelligence, that is what results into the type of behavior it may display. So for example, if a person is born in a family of highly uneducated people who are involved in a lot of shady work to earn their bread. So the person who is born in that kind of family, he learns from the family and the environment and maybe even the neighborhood. He learns that the best way to earn money is through shady means. But it may be possible that the intelligence of the person is so strong and he is able to see the demerits of that situation, and he tries to come out of that situation and not perceive the external environment to adopt for himself or herself and behave like that. He may try to change the track and he may try to come out of that situation sooner or later, and he may actually come out because of the level of his or her intelligence, which says that what he is observing in the external environment is not good, not ethical, is not suitable for a peaceful and fulfilling life and the purpose of life, and he may change track. He may come out of that situation. He may look for a better purpose, ethical purpose of his or her life, and his behavior may be absolutely different from what would be commonly expected out of a person born in that kind of family or neighborhood. So, what is the meaning of this? Is that the intelligence comes in the way of observation and learning and conditioning and the actual behavior displayed by a person. So this is the role of intelligence, perception and learning in deciding the behavior of a person. So for managers, it is very, very important to understand the people they are dealing with, that what kind of intelligence exists in their brain and whether that intelligence can take them to the right direction or not.